Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's Facebook Live. And this I am making in the December Daily Inspiration Group, Anything Goes Facebook page. And I will have the link below. I'm going to actually post this on YouTube as well, so I'll make sure I include the link. But welcome to all of my replay viewers. It's great to have you here. You know, one of the great things about Facebook Live, right, is I can just keep it. Hey, Mindy, how are you? I can just go ahead and keep it live. I don't ever delete them in this group, so all of the previous Facebook Lives are on the event tab, and you can look for past events. And hey, Fonda, and you can certainly find the previous Facebook Lives. I've done, I don't know, this might be my 7th or 8th Facebook Live in the past, I don't know, 2 or 3 months. I don't know. I wasn't keeping track, but yeah, so there's a few out there. Good, good. And I can see your messages. That makes me a happy camper. So I'm excited to do this today. I'm already thinking about, well, what am I going to do for the next Facebook Live? So if anybody has any suggestions, let me know. Of course, I can come up with stuff, absolutely. But we'll see. We'll see. So today's Facebook Live is all about making an insert. So the insert, like in my head, is a very versatile thing, right? I mean, you can make an insert as big or as small as you would like. You can make an insert with a lot of pages, with a few pages. A do-it-yourself pocket. Well, that's interesting because this is going to end up in a pocket in my December daily. It's interesting you should say that. But hey, Fran, how are you? Oh, it's so wonderful to have you all here. I just love it. But anyway, so again, an insert is very versatile. So it depends what you want to use it for. So let me give you just a couple ideas that I had in my head, and I'm sure you ladies can come up with many, many more ideas. But for example, you can use an insert to keep track of your list of gifts that you need to purchase for people. And I actually made this in 2013. I used it for many, many years. Hey, Pamela, welcome. And Drifa, do I say Drifa or Dryfa? Number one or number two, Drifa or Dryfa? She is from Iceland. Yes, yeah, it's rainy here in New Jersey, USA as well. um, oh, okay. All right, I'm glad you made it. I'm glad that you made it. This is exciting. I mean, right? Like, really, from Iceland, I just love it. I love that we have people from the UK and just really all over the world. Scotland, it's just amazing. But anyways, so this is an insert that I made many years ago, and I used it for several years, and I would keep track of what I was purchasing for people. Oh, okay, Fonda. Number one. Now I forget which I said. Drifa? Did I say? Now I forget. Did I say Drifa or Dryfa? Drifa is number one. No, I probably have it backwards. Hey, Tammy. Hey, Joyce. Welcome. Yes, Drifa. All right. I got it. All right, I will remember that. Drifa, Drifa, Drifa. They say you have to say a name 3 times in order to remember it. So anyway, this is something I made in 2013. I used it for several years. I had my kids on here, the rest of my family, the items that I purchased, how much they were. So you can make an insert. What I'm doing today, you can make in a size where you can throw it in your purse, right? And you can keep track of what you're purchasing for your family and friends, right? And you can tuck little like receipts in there or whatever, and just put a band of some sort around it, and you're good to go. Like I had this ribbon around the one I just showed you. So that is one idea. So if you're not interested in doing this for your December daily, you can still use it for Christmas as a way to track your gifts. I know, right? Oh, I know. I love making like little books and stuff. Love it. So another thing that you can do, which is what I'm going to do with this insert, is I'm going to put this in my December daily. So the album that I'm using this year is this one right here. So it's a We Are Memory Keepers. It's 8.5 by 11. So it has, it's just a scrapbook. That's what it is. So I have to find some, and I might have some more like pocket pages that I can add to this as well if I choose to. So I just need to make sure that my insert is smaller than 8.5 by 11. Okay, so like I can see that this insert is going to fit in this album, no problem. I could have made it bigger. I could have made it smaller, right, narrower. I could have made it shorter. You can do whatever you want. It's your album, right? And just I'm sure your minds are like going like crazy thinking of all the awesome things that you can do. So I'm using this Santa Baby collection, so that's what I'm focusing on for this particular insert. Now in the insert, you can use it multiple ways in itself, right? So say you have like a 4x6 card. So obviously you could use this to journal on, and I'm going to show you a really cool way with a stencil on how to add lines onto either a card or the actual page within your insert. And by the way, I forgot to mention, so I don't know if you remember from last month, but I had asked my friend Tammy, who is on here, Tammy House. She has a stencil shop, an Etsy stencil shop. And last month, well, actually like about 2 months ago, the end of August, because we did it September or October. Yeah, it must have been maybe the very end of August. But I asked her if she would make stencil kits for this December daily group. And she is. So she made one kit already that became available October 1st. This kit is the November kit, and you can order it now. And if you order it by the end of October, you will get 2 free stencils. You just have to mention my name or the December Daily Group. And there'll be one available for December 1st. So just something fun I thought would be fun for you guys. So more to come on that in this Facebook Live. Oh, and I want to try to be sensitive to time, so I will not go more than an hour. I'll just let you know that. All right, let me get caught up on comments here. But I can't say, okay, Shannon, no problem. I know the design. You're so good at designing stencils, and they're very well made stencils. You can make them and have it with the fuse too. Yes, I do not have a fuse tool because I really am not a scrapbooker. I used to be way back, but I'm not anymore. So I have a lot of Project Life pocket pages. So I'm sure there's something that I can use that I can, if I have to, even cut down maybe the last, row or column of pockets. I'll find something. I have so many. I have so many. But anyway, so let's get moving here. So you can use your insert for extra journaling. You can use it for extra photos. I am using mine for December 25th because I know that I'm going to have a lot of extra photos between the 24th and the 25th. I'm going to have a lot of extra photos. So this is going to end up in this album, and I'm going to have to do some sort of a page where it's pretty firm, thick, not super bendable, because what I want to do is put, you know, a pocket on the bottom to where I can insert this. So you can put holes in your insert, right? You would just measure and you would punch holes if that's what you want to do. Oh, yes. You know what, Joyce? I love to see people sew. I love it. Love it. That is not me. But yes, 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 yes. If I had a sewing machine, I probably would, but I wouldn't use it that much. So you can definitely do that. And you can, again, put it in your purse. You can, think of different ways to use your insert. All right, so let me tell you what I did so far, and then we'll work on it a little bit, okay? So let me kind of undo this here. My cover, like I'm using the Santa Baby collection, and I purchased the 12 by 12 collection, right? The big pad. So obviously I had to cut it down, right? Because a 12 by 12 is not going to fit in my 8.5 by 11 album. So I had to cut it down. I know, Joyce, it's terrible. Oh my gosh, I watch people that do this amazing stuff with sewing and it just blows my mind. But anyway, so what I did for my 8.5 by 11 album was I cut my 12 by 12 to 9.5 by 11. So it's 9.5 this way by 11 inches this way. Again, look at what you're using. So if you're using a traveler's notebook, I would say that this would not work for you, but what you can do in a traveler's notebook, because it's already an insert. A traveler's notebook is an insert. So you're not going to make an insert necessarily for an insert. But what you could do is do a tip-in, right? Add a couple tip-ins so you have some extra places to journal and to add photos. You can even do in your traveler's notebook like a little waterfall effect to where you have different, whether they're project life cards or whatever, photos, whatever, where you can put multiple on a page. So there are options. I mean, you could do a little insert for your insert, but I don't know that it might be too bulky. So this is my cover. Now I know that this page was probably meant to be cut to get these strips, right? But I really like it, and I think I have 4 pages of each. So I'm like, I want that for my cover. I think it's super cute. Afterwards, I'm going to figure out where I want to put the 25. So like, for example, this right here, this gold piece of vellum, and you'll see it again as we go through this, is actually from Stampin' Up! And so it is a cutoff piece of a 12 by 12. And I could do something like that, right? So it could look super, super cute just by adding another pattern paper on top of this. So I'll figure out what I want the front of this to look like, but this is just one example. Okay, so 9.5 by 11, fold it in half, And you can use your bone folder or not to make a nice crease in there. And this is a bone folder if you didn't know what that was. And it's really meant to help crease your projects, right? To put a nice crisp fold in it. All right, so then what I did was I wanted to figure out, well, what else do I want in this insert? How many pages do I want it to be? What do I want those pages to be, right? And what sizes did I want those pages to be? Because I don't have to make them all the same size, right? So for me, I like diversity. I like to have a little bit of, a little bit of a difference going on because it kind of keeps me engaged, right? It keeps me interested. It keeps me inspired. So the pages inside, I made, between a 1/2 inch to even 2 inches smaller than the size of this. So the first page that I put in here was a jelly plated piece of deli paper. Wow, that's a mouthful. So this is a piece of deli paper. You can get it from Amazon. And I used a jelly plate, which is monoprinting, and I just love it. There's some glitter in the paint that I put in there, and it looks amazing. And of course, I'll be using both sides, so, I'll have to figure out, how I want to add any journaling cards or whatever the case may be. So I thought that this was super pretty. I can just place a photo there and maybe just do a little bit of journaling. And then here I made this. So this is the one from Stampin' Up. It's obviously gold. And I made it just a little bit smaller. And so those are the pages I have so far. I have 4 pages, so that gives me 8 pages. Hi Maria, how are you today? And we're going to cut one of the pages together. Then I'm going to show you how I'm not going to put holes in this to hold it together. I'm not going to use any twine or anything to hold this together. I actually saw a lady by the name, her YouTube name is Dearly D, and you can find her on YouTube, and she did this technique, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to share this with everybody in the December Daily group. So I'll show you how I do that. But one thing that I did, and this is just a thought, and I could be way off on this. I haven't seen anybody do this before, but I'm like, well, this was a jelly plated envelope that I did. And I'm like, I would really like to include that, but I'm not doing holes. So it's not like I could put holes in the bottom of it. D-E-L-I. Yep, D-E-L-I. Never heard of it. It looks like a cross between two. It's more like waxed paper. It is actually paper used at delis to wrap sandwiches. I mean, it's literally that. It is deli paper. And it's amazing. You can just stamp on it and add that to your projects. I love it. I use it all the time. Good question. Good question, Pam. Yes, Dearly D is amazing, and I will, well, you just added her link, so I was going to add her YouTube channel, and maybe I'll go find the video for this and post it afterwards. But anyway, so what I wanted to do was deconstruct, because I'm like, how am I going to get this in my insert? I want this in my insert. I deconstructed the envelope, right? And I'm going to place this in the middle. And the way that I'm going to hold this whole insert together, you'll see. But I'm going to do it here. And then I'm going to kind of like put the envelope back together after I do that. so that I will have an envelope in here. Now, I don't know if this is going to work. I have no idea. It could be a total failure, but I think it'll work. So anyway, so now I'm going to show you how I cut this. Yes, it does. It's very much like a traveler's notebook. Shan, like I was mentioning before, a traveler's notebook is an insert. It is. That's what it is. So this is, it's very much like a traveler's notebook. And you can make it, again, as many pages or as little pages as you want, but I want to use it for my December 25th to add extra photos because I know I'm going to have a lot of photos that day. So this is a great way for me to do that. All right, so I know my outside cover is 9.5 by 11, so I want to do this a little bit smaller. So I think I'll go 9 inches on this, and I am going to watch my print on my paper. So I have to decide, well, do I really like the top print more? Do I like the bottom print more? What do I want to see in this insert? And because I'm going to be putting a photo on here, I think I'm going to go with the bottom. I love the top of this. It's absolutely beautiful. But the bottom of it, I think, is more conducive to adding journaling and or photos. So I'm going to focus on the bottom down here. You also want to be aware of the back of your page since you're going to see both of them. So I might even, I know this paper is amazing, let me tell you. I might even make it smaller. I don't know, because like, do I want to cut this in half? I can. You know what, I'm going to stick with 9 inches. So I guess basically what I'm saying is just be aware of your print. Be aware of the back as well as the front, right? You just have to be aware of the way you're cutting it to make sure that it's going to do what you want. And then the extra pieces, so maybe this will be my pocket on a page for this insert, because you know what? I really like that. So if I have this piece on a page in my December daily, I mean, I would cut the strip off the top, but I can add this, and then my insert is going to go in like this. And look at how beautiful that all looks together. I love it. I love it. So that's my thought process, because I want to be able to take this out and work on it and easily slide it back in. I want it to be where people, like it's more like interactive, people could take it out to look at the photos and the journaling. That was kind of my thought. Okay, so that's 9. And this was, I'm going to do this. Now this would be 11, but I think I'll do this as 10.5. And again, I'm going to look at the print on it. And now I even have this pretty little piece. And let me get rid of this. And let me show you. Right? So now I can decide, do I want this to be like this? Do I want it to be like this? What do I want it to look like? So I'm going to pull my insert out, and I know I have these pages in the order that I want them. I know I do. So somewhere here, maybe right here, I will add this page. So do I want it to look like this, or do I want it to look like this? Now with this here, I think that's too much, right? There's a lot of different design, like pattern going on, but I think that this will look nicer. It looks nicer to the eye. I could make any of these the middle page, any of them. But I think I'm going to do it this way. So this will be folded, and then this is going to be in here. So I'll move this to the side. And so I know I want to fold it this way. So all I'm going to do is fold it in half. Take my bone folder. Hey, Jamie, how are you? Take my bone folder and get a nice crease on here without destroying the print, because that is foil. And I'm going to put it here. And one thing that I noticed about this insert is, hey, Lucy. Oh, good, Jamie. One thing I noticed about this insert is there's a lot of lines, a lot of vertical or horizontal lines. Like, so this has some line, this one page doesn't, but like this is a very vertical line. No, horizontal, sorry. This is more of a diagonal. Now see, do I like that? Do I want to make, I kind of do like that. So look at your pages and see if they look like you want them. And of course, this is another horizontal. So not because I meant to do it, but it just kind of happened that way, to where there was a lot of lines going on. So now, because I cut the other pages smaller than my cover, I cannot see any of those inside pages. No, this is an insert for my December daily. So I'm going to be putting this in a pocket in this 8.5 by 11 album. And by the way, I ordered fabric. I'm going to cover this album with fabric. Maybe, yeah, I can't do that on Facebook Live because I'll need to concentrate, because again, I don't sew. It's going to be a no-sew project, but I bought the most beautiful fabric to cover this because I want it to be shabby chic, since my, the Santa Baby line is very, pink and gray and green, very shabby chic, I think. But no sewing required. No, I'm going to glue. I don't sew. So again, here is a piece that we just cut off. I could add this on any page if I wanted to, right? So I could make a little pocket right here. I could make a band right here. So a band would be, and maybe I will do that, to where I would cut this so it's the same width as this page, and adhere it or staple it just on the two ends, and then I can insert anything I want into that band. Did that make sense? Let me know if that made sense. So your pieces that you're cutting off, do not get rid of, because you're going to use them. Okay, so now let's work on how this is going to attach. Now, I'm a little nervous about this because I haven't done this before, but we're going to do it together, and if I mess up, you're going to give me grace because I could really mess up. So, and I forgot I meant to bring clips up. Well, I can use this. Oh, and I wanted to mention, especially if you made your decorative paper clips. Remember we did that in the past Facebook Live. And if you, like, say you are going to make an insert just to keep in your purse, to keep track of the presents that you buy and to put receipts in and stuff, how cute would this be to have on that? You could use this as your closure for your insert. So if I was going to have this to be in my purse, it's going to be a lot smaller, right? Maybe like a 4 by 6 size. And how cute to put one of your decorative paper clips to hold your insert open or closed. So just another little idea. Yes, you absolutely can. Absolutely. All right, so here goes. All right, so I'm going to use this just for the purpose of holding my papers together. So what you want to do, make sure your crease is really nicely done. Make sure your papers are the way that you want them. Make sure that they're in the order. Make sure that like there isn't one too far down or too far up. You just, because now we're going to put it together, right? So once we do this, it's together and it's not coming apart. So here's my deconstructed envelope. And I just want to make sure, I want to hold all of this together. So I'm just going to put a paper clip there. Do I have another one? I do. I have this one. Let me put this here. So you can use paper clips. You can use, you know, like little doohickey thingies, the bigger clips. But for me, for now, this is perfect. Now, this is what I wanted you all to really, really, really see, because I think that this is amazing. And again, I saw it on Dearly D's video. So all you do is you take 2 or 3 paper clips, not paper clips, staples. So you can pull staples out of your stapler. You can, you know, whether it's a tiny attacher or a regular stapler. These I actually pulled out of a traveler's notebook that I use for Psalms. I do Psalm journaling, and I wanted to put it in the disc bound system. So I took it apart. I deconstructed my traveler's notebook, and these are the 2 paper clips from that traveler's notebook, and I just kept them. So I'm going to try to use those. And then you just need, whether it's an awl or a tack or whatever you have, a pin, to make little holes. Okay, so now this is together exactly the way I want it. I'm going to take my paper clip. Gosh, I keep calling them paper clips. My staples. And I don't even have a ruler up here, so I'm going to eyeball this. Doesn't have to be exact. You know, this is about the same distance apart, whatever. And I am going to make 2 little marks to where the paper clip is going to, I said it again, paper clip, just ignore me, I mean staples, where the staples are going to go in and hold the insert together. So did everybody get that? So I have my pages all together the way I want them. I took staples, and again, you can do 2, 3, or as many as you want. All I did was take a pen and I made little dots on where, like how big the staples are. And now what we're going to do, I'll hold that up close. You do this, Mindy? Oh, I love it. I think this is just like such an amazing idea. There's no sewing. There's no punching of holes. It's just like super easy. So now to make the holes, I'm taking my little tack here and I'm going to punch through. So now I punched through the whole insert. I just went through all of the papers that I want to keep together. And I'm going to do it over here. Same thing. Punch right through. Hey, Carrie. Easy peasy. So now I have my holes to put my staple in. And because I measured it, it should go right in. And it kind of does. All right. All right. Come on. Go through. You know what? These staples, since they were used, they're not perfectly straight. Sorry. Bear with me for a second here. Ah, go in. Go in. Sorry. Plus, I'm getting over like bronchitis, which is really fun. Okay, so here's the one. I'll fight with the other one later. So now the paper clip, the staple is in there. And I'm going to turn it over. Now you could go either way. You know what? I'm going to take that out because I want it this way. I want it this way. I'm going to put it through this way. Oh, go through, go through, go through. Oh my goodness, I should have left it. No, come on. The one side is through. Oh. And I know you guys know what I'm trying to do. There we go. Okay, so that's going to look better from the outside. And then on the inside, all I have to do is I'm going to take my bone folder. You can take a ruler. You could use your fingers, but just be careful that you don't stick yourself. And I am going to place that down. So I'll hold it up in a second. Come on, bend. So again, these staples are more heavy duty than most staples because I pulled them out of a Traveler's Notebook. And the Traveler's Notebook was a Webster's Pages, and you know that their stuff is top notch. I will have to work on getting that a little bit flatter. But you can see it's in there and it looks amazing. Let me see if I can get this other side in. I'm not going to take a lot of time with this because I want to do some stenciling on here. Where's my holes? Oh, that's weird. That is really bizarre. My holes went away. Okay. There we go. All right, so let me see. Let me see if I can get this in on this side. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Go ahead and comment. Oh, I got it, I got it, I got it. I got it. All right, so it's in. And I'm going to push down. And it's done. Well, it's not done, but it's done. It's together. All right. So it is now together. It is fully together. I have my staples in here holding the pages together. Hey, Mary. Hey, Sonia. Oh, thank you, Jean. So now the insert is together, and these are my pages. So I'll just do this real quick, and then we're going to do some stenciling so that you can see the amazing kit that Tammy put together for you guys, and you can purchase it in her Etsy shop. But these are the pages. Now this was the envelope that I deconstructed because I wanted a way to add it to the insert without having, like, I couldn't figure out how to do it. The only way I knew to do it was to take it apart, then put the staples in, and now I'm going to put it back together. So I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive here. This is obviously a wet adhesive. And close it up and it'll dry. And now I have an envelope in the inside of my insert that I can place even more extra photos. If I wanted to, I could put receipts in here, right? I can put whatever I want in here. I have a nice little pocket now. I can do some journaling on this side, whatever. Oh, isn't that cool? I'm glad that worked out. That was something I was just trying to guess. Isn't that cool, Lucy? Oh my gosh, it's amazing it worked. I've not seen anybody do that where they deconstruct an envelope and attach it to their insert and then construct it again. So that was pretty cool. I'm glad it worked. Okay, so now let's do some stenciling. So now, Tammy, say hello to everybody, please. And again, I asked Tammy to do this. So now I know that we don't allow, selling in the group, but this does not benefit me in any way. I'm doing it for you guys. In fact, this whole Facebook Live is all about you guys, right? I'm doing it to inspire you, to give you ideas. And this stencil kit will also give you ideas. And I will use one or two on the pages right now. And I will end in like 18 minutes, 17 minutes. Okay, so this is the whole kit for November. It is available right now. Tammy posted it in her Etsy group last night. The kit is $23.50. And if you're international, just message her either here on Facebook or through her Etsy shop, and you guys can, work on shipping. Tammy, I forget what shipping is. But anyway, so this is a 8x10, and it obviously has words, so you can decide what words or numbers you would like to stencil onto your page or pages. I kind of like it just as a whole. You can put this on top of, in fact, I wanted to use it in this insert. I'll show you what to do with this, but this is amazing. So can you guys see that well enough? It's beautiful. She does an amazing job. I hope you can see it. So that's the big stencil. You will also get in this kit, and the October kit is still available too. I'm going to I'll do this separately. We have this beautiful Peace on Earth. Okay, bye Carrie. Thank you for coming. So we have this Peace on Earth stencil. We have this, which I think is so cute, the elf hats. Look at how cute they are to stencil onto your pages in your December daily. Oh my gosh, I just love it. This one, I've never seen a stencil like this. This stencil alone, to me, I know, Jifa, right? Oh my gosh, the elf stencils. I mean, if you have kids in your life and they have an elf on the shelf, you need that stencil. But look at this. I've not seen anybody make a stencil quite like this. I mean, maybe there's some out there, but not that I've seen. So obviously it's a round stencil. It's a good size. I mean, I don't have the measurements in front of me, but isn't that beautiful? Look at how gorgeous that stencil is. I mean, really, it's beautiful. So this is all one kit. This is all of that I'm showing you is $23.50. This is for journaling, and this is one of the stencils that I'm going to use right now. So this is also part of the kit. And then you will get, if you order by the end of October, you will get 2 free stencils. So this is one of the free stencils, and it comes with the inside of it. So Tammy always sends both pieces because you can use this as a mask. Oh my gosh. Yes, I know, right? Oh, I can't even imagine. The elf drives me nuts, I'm just saying. But, he's important because he watches our kids and he reports back to Santa Claus. I totally get it. So, and there is another free stencil. I don't know what it is. I don't have it. But again, if you order by the end of October, you will get 2 free stencils along with all of these other stencils. So afterwards I will post Tammy's Etsy shop link and you guys can go shopping, hopefully. And again, it's for you guys. I mean, I thought you would all love it. So now I know I'm going to do a little stenciling. And so say on here, I wanted to do some journaling, right? On this page. It doesn't really matter how you do this. So like this page is white enough that I could use this stencil right on this page and put the lines. But I have in my head, for right now anyway, that I would like to journal on a 4x6 card. So this happens to be from the same collection, the Santa Baby collection. I have the 3x4 and the 4x6 journaling cards from the collection. Hey Donna, how are you? And all you do, this stencil is absolutely fantastic. So all you're going to do is line it up. Now I know it's straight, excuse me, because I'm putting this like bottom line at the bottom of my Project Life card. So I know it's going to be straight. I'm taking a pen, and you can decide, you know, if you want to do every line, or are you going to write bigger and maybe you don't want to do every line. But it is as easy as this. So if you struggle with journaling straight, this is a great, whoops, I just wrote right on the stencil. That's because it's like far away from me. It's hard for me to see. This is a great option for you, and this is part of the November stencil kit. So that's all you do is go down. You don't have to do all of the lines. You can do it vertical, you can do it horizontal. You can decide how you want to do this. All right, and I think I'm going to end right there. So now I have these amazing straight lines on my journaling card. And what I thought would be really cute on something like this, so you could use a border punch, and you could punch, say they're little Christmas trees or snowflakes or whatever, or I could even just use like a little punch like this, right? And I'm not going to do it because I don't know if that's what I want to do, but I could, as a border around this card or on one side, I could punch out, and then, so say I put that card on this page, so then when I would place this card on this page, you're going to see through it from what you just punched out. How awesome is that? I love it. I love this. I just love it. It's just going to help with your journaling. So that is one way to use one of the stencils. So what I was thinking is I would like to use this 8x10 stencil, and I wanted to get some of the words onto the other side of this monoprint, right? On the other side of the deli paper. So I could use it just as randomness. So like I could put it like this and stencil. I'm just going to be stenciling on this side over here. And I think that's what I'm going to do. So it's going to be very varied, right? It's not maybe going to make a whole bunch of sense, but that's good. I kind of like that, right? Because it's like random words. So I'm going to hold this here. Excuse me. I'm going to get out my makeup sponge, And I have to decide what color to stencil with. Now, I want it to be, I'm not sure. I'm going to try Rose Madder. Let's just try this. And I'm going to put this where I want it to go. I think I want it to go down just a little bit. And I'm just going to hold it there. And I'm going to use my makeup sponge. I hope this is, you know what, I think that's going to be too red. The cover of it is a very light pink, but the actual ink itself, I think is a little too red. Because look at this, it looks very orangish red, and I don't necessarily want that. Let me try this Memento in Rosebud, that might be better. And I don't want it to be super heavy. Oh, I'm going to shake the camera. I'm sorry. I don't mean to. And I'm just going to go down this page. It's going to be randomness, right? Sorry, I know I'm shaking the camera. Just randomness. And this is going to be amazing. So I have some numbers. I have words, I have what's going to be individual letters, I have some stars, I have a Christmas tree, and if I wanted to use green ink for the tree, I could have swapped that out and done green ink. Now, the reason why I don't mind the randomness on this particular page is because some of it's going to be covered, right? Because the reason for this insert is for me to add extra photos and extra journaling. So it's okay that it's random. But you can figure out, you know, what... how you would want to use a stencil like this. So if you wanted to just put Merry Christmas on a page, you could do that. There's December. You could do December 2018. Lots of options with this. And then, of course, if you needed a tree or some stars, it's on here as well. All right, I think this was a good color to use. I'm happy with that. You guys are very quiet. Give me some hearts. Give me some likes. Comment. Let me know that you're here with me. And I have another 5 minutes and I'm going to wrap this up. So here we go. Pull it up and look at how amazing that looks. This is exactly what I wanted. I wanted to add a little something extra onto this page. And I love it. I love it. Thank you, Mary. So now, when it comes time and I want to add a photo or something, I might end up covering that tree, but look at around it. Isn't that beautiful? Now, you guys have to realize I'm a mixed media artist. So, you know, I kind of go for, you know, I don't know. Like for me to keep pastes and paint out of this, it's very difficult. But anyway, so another idea for you is, you know, the last Facebook Live, we made some decorative paper clips. You want to take them out. You want to add them to your insert. You want to add... You want to add tags, right? So I have like a whole assortment of tags. I have canvas. I have like craft paper tags. And you can use these and even just take a paper clip. And so on here... Sorry, my fingers aren't working. So on this page, another way to even get more out of a page is I could have a photo on the striped paper. I could have a little bit of journaling. I can add on top of that another paper clip with a tag, and journal or put another photo on that. So I'm really adding a lot to this, right? You can take a tag and you can insert it this way onto your paper clip. So there's just like a lot of options. Oh, yes, yes, yes. So, whoops. And I want to show you one more thing, and I have 3 minutes. And what I want to say is that take your embellishments, take your stickers, take your die cuts, take your, your beautiful different gems and stuff, and you're going to decorate your pages. And I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do it on YouTube. And you're going to see how I finish off this insert, because this is just making the insert. Now I need to finish it off. But, so, and you're right, Mary. So on this side, with this little decorative paper clip on this side, over here, the paper clip is there. And now I can use one paper clip and get multiple, a lot of extra space just with one little extra paper clip. I need to make some paper clips. Yes, you need to make some paper clips. Sorry, Tammy, thank you for answering. I'm obviously missing some messages. How does your word stencil? Oh, look on the other side. Looks pretty. Doesn't it look pretty? I love it. Because again, all it's doing, and this would have actually looked even pretty in a green ink. Because I would have liked to actually see maybe even a little bit more green on this side. But again, I'm placing a photo or journaling or whatever you want to add in there. I love it. And Mary, I know that you'll get that because you're like me and we'd like things to be a little different. So, yep. So that is it. Oh, and one other thing. Oh, thank you, Tammy. I'm just getting caught up on the comments. So another idea, and here's a whole bunch of paper clips. So I'll be using these paper clips in here as I work on it. And I'm also planning, excuse me, to take some little bags and all right. How the heck do you open this thing? You could even make a shaker to put in here. It would just look like super pretty, right? But you can take, this is just a little pocket, a little bag, whatever you want to call it. You can stencil on here, so you can take, if say this day, oh, that's not the one I wanted to grab. Say this day was a day where you were journaling about your elf, or you just really love the elf hats. You can either outline the elf hats on the bag, you can use paint, you can use your ink, you can use whatever to get the design onto the bag. You can take your collection of paper that you're using and put that on. You can just put embellishments on it, whatever you want, right? Like I can take this super cute little Santa from the Santa Baby collection, adhere that on here, adhere it onto the page, and now I have another pocket. You can, don't be afraid, this pocket is a little too big, but don't be afraid to put your pockets sideways as well, so you can put stuff in from the side. So that's it. It has now been an hour, and I want to be sensitive to everybody's time. So I will post Tammy's link to her stencils. I will post the video from Dearly D on where I saw her use this particular technique to hold the the insert together. And what I'll do, like I said, as I work on this insert, because it's not done by far, as I work on it, I'm going to do videos and I'll share with you guys. So that's it. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I am so happy that you could all be part of this today. And I'm going to hop off, and this Facebook Live will stay available if you want to watch it again. Comment, keep commenting. Let me know if you have any questions, and watch on YouTube. And I'll make sure to post my videos here in the group of how I progress in this insert. So if you're one of those people that aren't ready to prepare or prep your actual December daily album, making an insert is a great way to start without actually working in your album. And that's it, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are amazing. And I'm just going to kind of undo this, and that's it. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.